Peace. This is King Noble Black Supremacy. And with this particular video, I want to talk about how God and the truth does not coexist. And a lot of people are presenting God and truth as something that coexists. God is truth. So as God manifests on earth, the physical manifestation of God, what you call truth dissolves. Truth leads you to God. Once you find God, all truth dissolves instantaneously. There's no truth anymore. There are no truths. There is just the reality of God, of the kingdom of God, and its manifestation on earth. This is a fact. So, if you're still searching for truth, you have not found God. You do not realize or recognize the manifestation of God that is before you. That's why you're still looking for truth. On the path to truth, God brings you into the now, the totality of the present moment, as a totally fulfilling experience. Totally into the now. So if you're still looking for truth and trying to learn the truth and find out the truth about this, that, or the other, you have not found God. Your mind will be still, your mind will be silenced, and you will be at peace. When you come into the realization of God as the divine reality on this plane, when you come into that experience of the manifestation of God on this plane, that's it. You're not looking for nothing else no more. Now you can be with God. And every word that proceeded out the mouth of God will be your truth, will be what you live off of, will be your reality from that moment forward. That God, from that point, will speak truth into existence. So there will be no search of the truth as though it is something that is in the past. It'll be something that is completely manifested in the presence. As God manifests on earth in the here and now, you have to take heed to God, to the existence of God. God is with you, in your midst, in your presence, speaking to you now. Don't be distracted by the thing you call truth. That's a distraction, to distract you from seeing the totality of the embodiment of the manifestation of God that is before you. You're still into the truthiness of things. You're into the idealisms, the ideas, the concepts. Unable to embrace the truth as it is manifested before you. God and truth are one. You can get rid of truth now. The manifestation and embodiment of God puts it all in perspective now. The truth of everything and about everything is activated. The divine purpose and the divine understanding of everything is immediately activated while God is manifest with you and amongst you. Give up your truths, your truth. You're not alive. Your truths are dead. what you acknowledge to be truth is death. God among you is life. God in your presence is life. God in the here and now, as I speak these words to you, is life. This is the life, not the death. God is here now to bring all things into perspective, in their right perspective, if your mind is open. But if you're still searching for truth, living in the past, if you're guessing, if you're skeptical, if you're doubting, then you cannot embrace the reality of God as He manifests as the divine reality that is the kingdom of God. You can't embrace it because you still want the truth. You still want to search for the truth. You're still on a quest for the truth. You still live in truth. And you cannot experience the embodiment of God Himself. It's a lot of things that can't be said because the artificial reality will not allow these things to be said. The artificial reality is blocking God from manifesting because the manifestation of God is the destruction of the artificial reality. God's existence is the destruction of the lie. It is the exposure of the lie, the exposure of the falsehood. So it cannot be allowed to be streamed in the artificial reality. That's why the video I put up was flagged. That's why my channel was flagged. Talking about it was hate speech. I wasn't speaking about hate. I wasn't hating on anybody. I wasn't even speaking about hatred about any other race. There was no racism in that video. I was talking about our history and our experience. And it was flagged as hate speech because I transformed the words and brought them back in alignment with God. But that's too much for the internet. That's too much for their artificial world. So they will stop it. They will flag it. Particularly YouTube. That's why I've called on many of you to help me get my website back up, so that I can stream these videos, and the videos that you all were unable to see because it was flagged, because YouTube took it down, you could be watching it on my website right now. I've called on you to support the fulfillment of God's words and the fulfillment of God's prophecy and the manifestation of the divine reality. I've called on you to do it, but you're distracted by trying to find out truth and truths. What's the truth? What's truths? And I am here amongst you. God. The point where all truth dissolves and you experience the totality of omnipotence in the present moment. If you can awaken to that divine reality. So I've called on you to do such a simple task, so that this word can be fulfilled and fall in the right places, in the right minds, in the right consciousness of where it needs to go. I said, man, help me get my website back up. Simple task for the devoted. Simple mission. Do it if you want to hear this message. YouTube will not allow it to be presented. It's too artificial for that message. To be streamed.